Ready?
Hi guys, so how do you utilize, can I talk? I don't know. How to utilize what you have in the garden. So everybody always has a mint, okay? They plant it and then there's like lack of foresight on how it grows in abundance. I actually have mine growing in a pot. I do have some that are in the ground, but it's for the purpose of tea making. So I have harvested a bunch of the mint, and there's quite a bunch. The other thing I have mixed in here is some lemon verbena, and it goes really well with tea, with mint. It also goes well with chamomile, and it also gets lost in a bowl of green mint. I don't see it in here. It is in here, but it has mysteriously blended. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have some burnt leaves. So lemon verbena, it's very fragrant, very lemony. It's broken up in here a little bit. I was pruning some of them off, but you can always use it and dry it for tea. It has a, I'm going to stick it to my nose, a very lemony scent. Lemon balm also works, but I also have some apricots. These are the last remaining apricots for the tree. And so I'm going to stick them in our Ninja Foodi on the dehydrate setting at 135 temperature. So there's the temp. I'm going to change it. Whoop. My finger can't push the button. Oops, and not only that. Hold on, wait a second. I did that wrong. I have to use this hand. Okay, dehydrate, change the temperature, drop it to 135. Okay, and then the time is going to be 6 hours. It may take 4, so let's go ahead and drop it to 4. I'll check it, and if they're not completely dry, then I will bump up the temp. So I'm going to use this rack to dry. And I'm going to actually take this level off. And I'm going to place them down here. They might fall through. That's okay if they do. Because it's just going to go into the bottom basin once they're dry. I'm piling it kind of high. I want to put the apricots on top. So all the peppermint is in that one. And then I'm going to slide the next tier. And I'm going to put these apricots. Now the apricots, you want to make sure you pit them.
Show about to pit it.
They are really soft, especially if you're working with like really big apricots. Ours are grown from my grandfather a long time ago took a store-bought apricot and planted the apricot seed, and that's how I have an apricot tree. So I've had this for years. Sometimes it produces some big, some small. This is the last left over. I am splitting the apricots in half and just taking out the pit.
The way you do that is you find that little line right there.
Yep.
And you just pull on it. You put your nails in and it just pops right out.
There we go. I'm going to show, after I get this in the dehydrator, I'm going to show you a couple of other leaves and flowers that I have drying on the counter. They're really small, so I didn't want to use the dehydrator. I just left them on a paper towel and let them dry naturally. I'm trying to fill this up.
Which you can always do with leaves, not so much apricot things, just because they will mold.
Yeah, you don't want them bunched up if you're not using a dryer. You want them spread out on a towel, or they sell on Amazon, and I want to get one, a mesh layered bag of like different tiers where you can just put different layers of your herbs and dry them that way. So I'm opening the chamber of secrets, and we're putting this in, and I'm closing the lid, and I am just hitting the start button, and it is on. So we're going to walk this way. Now this is what a batch of apricot, peppermint, lemon verbena tea looks like. I'm adding more peppermint. We're going to make a big batch of this so that we can enjoy this tea. Peppermint is known to be good for like stomach ailments. Lemon verbena is good for antioxidant, and if you like feel like you're getting a cold or anything, so it's a pretty healthy drink. Apricots also can help with digestion. So there's a good variety of blend of tea that was just grown in the garden. So I have some chamomile that are drying here. I need to harvest a few more. These are strawberry leaves from the strawberry plant. You can actually use these and dry them, and they give off a sweet flavor to the plant, to the tea. Hello. And then I'm going to show, we have our little tin. This is actually a mix of strawberry, marigold, I think we put jasmine in here.
Yes, we did.
Oh yeah, jasmine. See, these are little bits of strawberry. There's some marigold in there, jasmine tea, and strawberry leaves.
And pure strawberry.
And pure strawberry. So there's the dried strawberry. So if you have some leftover fruit and you don't have anything you're going to make with it, just you can harvest it and put it in your dryer. And whoop, a seed slipped in. So that you want to make sure you get the petals of the marigold and not the seed. That happens to be a seed. This is the marigold. So when you harvest the petals, you will just pull it apart. But if you notice, deep inside, you're going to find the seeds. And you don't want to put that in your tea, but you do want the orange, the petal part of it. The other thing we have in the garden that we've showed in a garden tour is the hyssops. This is the Agasache hyssop, and you want to get them before they fully flower, like the flower completely opens up. And so I have this drying here as well. We have a different, like the variety of mints. If you want to see the variety of mints, you can tune into our garden tours and see what exactly we are pulling out of the garden to make teas. This is our
In Your Eye.
Yeah, In Your Eye rose, and I pulled this one this morning. You can see it's already drying. I probably could have stuck this one in the dehydrator, but this one's already nicely dried. This has like a fruity note with like a peppery note. Yeah, fruity and peppery, and you can use the leaves from the roses in your teas. So if your tea smells really well, like smells really good, and you don't use pesticides, we don't use pesticides on our plants, you can definitely utilize so many different things in the garden, like rose petals, just so long as you're not spraying for bugs with a harsh chemical, because that will absorb into the petals and the leaves and everything. So I hope you're inspired to make some homemade tea for yourselves. We enjoy tea.
Obviously.
Plus
I have 2 tins in my room.
Yeah, these were from the Old Barrel Tea Company that is in Old Town.
If you're ever in Albuquerque.
If you're ever in Albuquerque, you can order online. They make some wonderful tea, and this is kind of where we got the idea of doing a bunch of tea in our garden. Today I just planted some chrysanthemums, tung ho, and a globe yellow chrysanthemum. You can make teas out of those. The tung ho is actually edible, the leaves and everything. So, and I was just talking with someone on Facebook, and they reminded me that fig leaves can be also turned into tea, and we have 3 fig trees out there, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. So, hope you're inspired. Please subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button, comment below. If you have ideas on what we should be growing in our garden for tea, that would be fantastic. I don't know how a thread got in our tea, but that would be fantastic if you drop your ideas, comments, suggestions down below. But yeah, happy tea making.
See you soon.
See you soon.